Hello, everyone. Welcome to Enchanted Chatter. I'm Courtney.
I'm Bri.
And we have a lovely guest today.
Hi, guys. I'm Monica from Lorcana Duo.
Off of your top 9 finish from DLC Milwaukee, we are thrilled to have you here. And also, even more thrilled that you were one of only, as I pull up my notes, you'll laugh at me. I literally ran around day 2 at the start of day 2, counting how many women made day 2. And
I'm so surprised. That does not sound like something you would do.
So you were one of only 7 women that made day 2, which is, we'd like to pump those numbers up, but we're happy that we had 7.
Yeah. I would do the exact same thing too if I wasn't like sitting down at a table. I'd probably be counting also. Well,
yeah, so it was 7 women and 2 kids.
One of which
made top 8, which is wild.
I couldn't even focus on the match after he got top 8 because like the cheers were so loud, and I was like, I'm so excited for him. Like I'm not even paying attention to mine right now.
What was it like, when you realized you made day 2? Because I feel like I heard a lot of rumblings and a lot of chat that you initially went into the DLC thinking you were going to play 3 games, win those 3 games, and drop.
Yeah, that is correct. So usually when I go into DLCs and like these type of events, my goal is not always to do the main event, do like top cut and everything. I love shiny mats. So like if you could see like the full background, like it's all around me. So I really wanted the Simba and Mulan mat. Never thought I would get the Elsa mat, but so like I went into like I just need my 3 wins as fast as I can so I could drop and then like do side events and do all the ticketed events. So that was like my mentality when I came in, and then next thing I know it was like 3-0. And I was like, oh, I could drop right now. But then my husband, Patrick, my other half of Lorcana Duo, and like my teammates were just like, just do one more. Like, what's one more? Like, I played an aggro deck, so they're like, it's only like 20, 30 minutes probably. So I was like, okay, I'll do one more. And then it just kept like snowballing. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
I guess I'll do one more. One more. One more. Wait, how did I get here?
I was like, they have a clip of me saying like, oh, I'll keep playing until I lose. And then I didn't, and I was like, "This is so weird." Like, like I just didn't know what was happening. I kind of felt like an out of body experience at this point because like it didn't feel real, but I was like really excited to get those 10,000 tickets. Like at that point, I'm still mentally just like focused on prize haul.
I really love that. I think you're in very good company. We also like shiny things, so I can understand wanting to earn the playmats because I saw those playmats when I checked in after checking in on Friday, and they looked really nice.
Yeah, it looks so good.
Like I just remember my husband last year Chicago was doing well, and I was like, not putting any pressure on him, and then he started getting close to the room husband. I was like, listen, I need you to get it together. I need it. Like it's shiny. He's like, then go win one yourself. I was like, no, you're close right now. Focus. Reel it in.
What made you decide to play the deck that you chose for the weekend?
Yeah, so like during this fabled like season, I actually didn't play a lot of Lorcana. I just like felt kind of burnt out, and also just like work and everything, life just piling up. So when
we can both relate to that a lot because both of us did not play as much as we typically do during this set because of life and work.
Yeah, it just like happened. And then so Sky won PPG Denver, and I was like, oh, that's a cool deck. I watched him play live, and then I built it. But then I only played like 1 or 2 locals and then 1 set champs with it. So I haven't changed my deck. And then next thing I know, it's like DLC is in 2 days and I have to pack now. So I'm just like, okay, I know this deck. Like I'm not going to change and like play Blurp all of a sudden and like do anything too crazy. So that's what I went with. I was like, I had the same 16 deck box, put my deck box in my carry on, and then just went for it. And then like I said, like I didn't plan to like go any further than 3 wins. So I was like, I think this deck I could do that at least 3 times.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Here, I have your list pulled up. Maybe. Let's see. We can do the things. Oh, that's what I have first. Before your deck list, I do have the breakdown of the meta for the weekend. So you played Amber Steel, which was pretty well represented. It was 15% of the meta on day one. And then going into day two, it was 12%. So it stayed relatively like sort of the same piece of the meta both days, which I think is pretty interesting. And then I have your deck list, which, yeah, like you said, it is the same list as Sky, but I think that it's a good list. Like, I don't blame you for just sending it
If it's
as
not
is.
broken, don't fix it.
Right? Yeah. It's very consistent. Like, it's a lot of forums, so I'm like, you know, I will find the cards that I'll need eventually. So
yeah, I watched Frank with his deck with all of his like one-ofs, and I was just so impressed because if I could have a quarter of his TCG brain, it would be amazing. Both myself and Bri, Lorcana is our first TCG. Is it your first TCG?
it is my first TCG. The
Yes.
shiny distance stuff got me.
Yep. So it like I am definitely a player that likes to play decks that have 4 of cards because I just feel like I see the lines I want to see much more consistently. But also like I'm so impressed when I see someone like playing all those tech cards and very succinctly handling
The
like
amount
their
of information
matchups.
you have to keep in your brain for multiple cards.
Yes.
Whenever you're playing fewer amounts of them. It's like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I was like, did I get this one copy that I have?
Yes. Did I ink that already, or do I still have it in my deck? That's usually like how my brain acts. Like, shoot, did I? No, maybe. I am very interested. How were your like? What matchups did you see throughout the day?
Yeah, so in day one, when I went undefeated, I went against mainly Blurple and Purple Steel.
Okay.
I did face one Sapphire Steel and then a couple of mirror matches. Mirror matches were more towards like the end of the day. So I guess like Amber Steel was very well represented in the top tables. And then surprisingly, when I sat down for my Sapphire Steel matchup, there was like 5 other Sapphire Steels around me. So they were also doing really well. I'm not sure how much they finished in the whole tournament, but there was at some point where I thought like Sapphire Steel was going to take the tournament.
That's very fair. Did you how did you feel into your matchups for Amethyst Steel?
I actually didn't feel too bad. I know it's like I believe it's unfavored, but it's really a competition who finds Doc and who finds strength first.
Absolutely.
So I'm hoping the universe was on my side for the most part. And then I won my die rolls for those, so I got to like be the person to be like, answer me. Like on this quest for game. So yeah, that was kind of my approach for Purple Steel. It wasn't too bad. I think my worst matchup ever was like Dogs, and that was like the next day.
Okay.
When I faced against day 1, day 2, I was table 1 with Diego Saz, level 9001. He basically made one of the versions of the deck. It's very popular. So if I lost to a Dogs player, at least it was him. And then it was kind of interesting or like crazy that I had to read cards at table 1 because I didn't know what certain cards did for the new version of Dogs that I like never played before. So I think that was my worst matchup, and that's what actually knocked me out in top 16 also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was your top 16 match against?
I think it was Dylan Brown.
Okay. I didn't know. I couldn't remember if it was like a player that I was familiar with or not.
No, I don't think so. Didn't have any of those type of matchups in my top 16. But he was playing Dogs, and like right when he gave me his like list, I was like, oh no, this is this is gonna be really quick for me.
Yeah,
But
that's definitely fair.
yeah, so at least I caught my flight. But yeah, if only I didn't face dogs. So those two were my only losses throughout the whole tournament. Other matchups were pretty comfortable. It was just dogs. I just never had the inexperience. Definitely showed there.
I mean, and that's fair, and that I feel like that's it's just a really hard matchup that it's hard to even like tech against, because if they find Under the Sea, there's really nothing you can do to prevent that with this build.
Yeah. Yeah, once they like Lady Tramp and I'm like they're looking through like 7 cards, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be under.
We're gonna go swimming.
What advice do you have for a more casual player that is competing in these hyper competitive events and finds them at the top tables?
So like they end up at like top tables?
Yeah.
Like
okay.
you don't plan on it, you just show up and you just like, I'm still winning.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, I think my recommendation is kind of something that I did when I was there, is basically just like keep telling yourself that you're looking at the same 60 cards that you've always played with, and that's like the same 60 cards probably your opponent's playing, like cards you're familiar with. Like it doesn't matter who's in front of you, who's next to you. I know one of my matchups, the World's Rematch, is right next to me. And it was like, I was thinking it's like, Ed and DKP is like right there. Like once you get there and you're surrounded by these people, just know that you worked hard to get there and you belong there. That's what everyone else is trying to tell me, so I'm telling it to them, to other people now.
Telling it to yourself and telling it to them, because hopefully eventually it clicks that yes, I do belong at these tables as well.
Yeah, so you just focus on the same 60 cards. Those characters are still the same. So just like enjoy the match, and then it'll be over in like 50 minutes or less if you're playing aggro.
Do you have any quick questions? I feel like I'm talking a lot tonight.
Every time I think of the question, I'm like, yes, and I'm like, no, we're just got it. I was like, I feel like the World's Rematch happening, that would probably be like the only round that I would be like, oh, I can just chill because no one's gonna care what I'm doing at this table. No one is watching me. Like I could actually relax. I feel like I start doing well and I get my own head and I freak out. I'm like, oh no, I don't belong here, guys. I'm not supposed to be here. There's a computer glitch. I'm not supposed to be right here right now. And then I spiral and I think my cards are wrong and I make Courtney check my deck.
This doesn't happen in PPG Fort Worth at all.
Yeah, no, I spiral. So it's like I admire your confidence and just like your mental state, I think is what like I envy the most. I'm like, you were able to just go through and be like, you know what? I'm good.
One more match.
I did what I wanted to do. I'm here for a good time and I'm just going to keep doing it. And that's amazing. And I love that. And I admire your mental strength there because I would crumble immediately.
I think my like want to like drop kind of gave me the confidence to keep going. Like what's the worst that could happen, right? I wanted to stop like 2 rounds ago.
That's very fair. I think the only other question that I thought of was, did you end up getting a Mulan or Mufasa mat as well as your Elsa mat?
I
did get the Simba mat.
Okay,
so
Simba,
we did
sorry. I kept messing it up all weekend.
The lion.
I thought you did say Simba. Did I miss that too?
No, I think I said Mufasa.
Okay. But yeah, I got the Simba mat, and then so when I got to day 2, we got 10,000 tickets, so that was like half of the battle. And then I was telling Patrick, he's like, you better get the other half. I already did my share. Like you need to.
I did my share. You go get to work.
I was like, if you want me to keep playing these rounds, like you better like get these tickets.
I still want my set. You encouraging me, you better not keep me from getting what I want.
I love that because I feel like that's the opposite of what Joey did to you, pretty much. Like, all right, you got to go get your half. I did my part.
It was like, no, keep going. Do better.
Yep, and then so Rick luckily clutched it out. we're like a little down, but like our teammates were just like, oh, here's these extra tickets we have, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's framed up there now. Oh, the other way, that way. There's the Elsa.
Beautiful. She looks perfect up there.
Like
Yep, I used to have the Cindy mat from season 1.
Oh, that's a fair replacement. It's okay.
Yeah.
Cinderella will forgive you.
So I'm gonna try to play Simba mat at locals.
Nice.
Just to have fun. Like, it's so pretty. I just want to have it look so pretty on the board, and I love getting matching sleeves and like all the accessories. So I'm just like, okay, I need to like go and get like the matching like the sleeves when I get to my LGS. It's like color matching.
Yes, I love that.
Lay it all out, and then people are like, "Oh, cool, you got it." Like, yeah, I had to leave the
Elsa
one
at
at
home.
Yeah, my whole locals group chat wants me to bring the Elsa mat so bad. They want me to play on it.
Bring it in the frame and then lay the Simba on top of the frame.
That was going to be my recommendation as well. I'm glad our brains work the same.
Yeah, I'll be like, here, you wanted it here.
Like thuds as it hits the table, and you're like, yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect way to handle it.
They wanted it.
For this next set, what are you most excited to play?
I don't know, actually. So I had a chance to like open a few Whisper stuff. We got package sent from Ravensburger. So while I was opening that, I was like actually reading the cards because I didn't keep up with too many reveals like during this whole like DLC week and like work and everything.
I feel the same way. Like I've been so busy that I've been like looking through the app and like genuinely like looking card by card in the app because I wasn't able to keep up with the like reveal schedule.
Or like I'll randomly see someone bring it up and it's something I'm like, wait, what card is this?
Yeah.
I'm like, another one? Like, oh no.
Yeah, and Whispers is like so unique because even like commons and uncommons do crazy stuff. So now I'm like not even paying just like rares and above. So like I just have to look through everything at this point.
Yeah, I am very excited. I think I want to take a look, and everybody will be kind of shocked by this. I am adamantly, historically against playing anything with Sapphire, and I think I might play Sapphire Steel next set.
I have no idea what I want to play next set. I look at the rest and I'm like, oh wow, these cards are cool. I like this card. I like too many cards now because my theory on deck building is I pick cards that I like and I send it to my husband and our friend Kyle and say, I like these cards, make a deck with them in it for me, please. Thank you.
Yeah, that is also my approach.
And unless it's just complete nonsense, they generally try to entertain my ideas.
I mean, that's fair. And that's like, we were kind of playing around early this set with Sapphire Steel and never felt like 100% confident in it.
Fine. It just wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah. And I think
a piece.
I think a good amount of people were able to come with like a pretty good 60 card list. Obviously there was a decent chunk that made day 2 with that. And like you were talking about like a decent chunk at the top tables that were around you. And I think like it's really good if you get good matchups. I also played an ICL game last night and got my butt kicked by a Sapphire Steel list.
Whenever it pops off, it's great.
Yeah.
Whenever it doesn't do the thing it's supposed to do, it feels really bad. That was the only thing I didn't like about it. I would be doing great with it. And then the second it would stop doing what it's supposed to do, it just felt so bad.
Well, the new Cinderella that also has an Enchanted this set looks really good. So it's
Are you just wanting to play Sapphire just so you can play the Cinderella Enchanted?
You don't have to out me like that.
You need multiple copies of it also. Yeah, commit.
Pretty much. So but also it feels like a good card because it's essentially every time you play a princess, you can ink a card from your hand, which that sounds delightful. And
especially with Aurora.
the draw power in that deck is pretty decent, between like the Big Scar and Docs and like even just is the Mulan? No, it's the Jasmine. That's what I'm thinking of. That lets you pull an ally. Like it feels like it's gonna be like a playable deck next set. So I'm excited. I also am excited because I don't know about you. I'm kind of over the meta.
I am. Well, I think it's just like the next set is just so nutty and like
Right.
Yeah.
just everything. So I'm like, why am I still in this world where it just doesn't change yet? Like I want to be in that world.
The new one starts coming out, we start getting reveals, and it's just like, okay, I don't want to play with you anymore.
That's accurate. So I know that you and your husband do content as well and have been playing Lorcana. Have you guys been playing since set 1?
We've been playing since set 2, but mainly because we can find set 1.
Hey, I can feel that.
I actually got scalped and I didn't know because I like was never like in TCGs and like I don't know what MSRP is. So I was like, yeah, $15 for a pack. Yeah, $20 for like I think I spent like $80 on the Mickey playmat, and I was like, yeah, I found a store that has it in stock. I don't know why no one's going there.
And then you realize, oh, this is why.
Yeah, I was like, oh, my bad.
Oops.
That was weird.
That's when set 2 came out. I was like, wow, it's much more cheaper. And I'm like, no, I made a mistake back then.
That's fair. I definitely can admit to buying some expensive first chapter packs as well. So
I think we've all been there once or twice where it's just the desire to open the packs just
wins.
beats your common sense. And it's just like, nah, but what if there's an Elsa there?
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens.
For you.
It does.
That happens for you.
I was very lucky. I bought myself the first chapter gift set at a store. The last one the store had.
They've been sitting on it. They were refusing to sell it to anyone.
What?
And then they were just like, yeah, we'll sell it to Courtney.
It was my pity prize to myself after I had gone undefeated in Swiss for the Maribel set champs and lost my first match in Top Cut. So I was like, I need to buy some packs to make myself feel better. And
she went home the winner of the day.
Yeah, it was very funny because my friend worked at the store and he's like, I don't know, I have to check if we can sell this. And I was like, all right, go see. I want it. And he's like, all right, they said I could sell it. It'd be really funny if you pull an Elsa out of this. And I like opened the first pack and it was in the first pack.
No way. In the store?
Yeah, in the store. I opened it in the store.
Left like 5 minutes before she bought it.
Everybody lost it.
Your opponents just felt so bad.
Particularly that set because I don't think anyone really loved that
card,
that promo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of like when I pulled my Enchanted Elsa. It was actually Valentine's Day gift for Patrick. So I was like, I'm going to get us a box for Valentine's Day. And he's like, no, we already bought too many first chapters. And I was like, I'm not listening to you anyway. And I bought it. And then we were playing sealed with it. And like, I just like opened my packs and I was like, did I just see something shiny in the back? And I was like, I think it was purple. And then like, I looked and like, I was like speechless. After that, Patrick could not tell me to not buy packs.
He needs to trust your
in there. I was like, it's proven. It's like, that's data.
Yeah.
No other proof is necessary. Mm-hmm. Any packs you buy are completely valid from here and now forever.
That is essentially how I felt with Fable and Dumbos. For some reason, I have had the absolute best luck with pulling Dumbos. Everybody complains they can't find them. I'm like, I've pulled 16. Would you like one?
16?
Yeah.
16? What?
And it was very funny. I bought a box after a release event and I was like, I'll just buy a box. Like, I don't need anything else. And I'm sitting there opening it, and I pulled 10 legendaries out of this box, 2 of which were Dumbos.
I'm gonna have a
And I
heart
was like,
attack.
well, that pays for my box, so I guess I need another box.
That's crazy. I think I opened 5 boxes and got 1 Dumbo.
Yeah, I don't know
Like-
what luck I had. I had insane luck with Dumbos.
I'm convinced that my mom needs to open packs that she gets for us from now on. She got us some packs, and like we were opening them, and I opened my pack, and it's like awful reprints, nothing fantastic. She flips it over, it's like Dumbo, another legendary, and an epic in her pack. I was like, okay, I'm not touching these. You can open all of them.
Bri also no longer will decide what
No.
packs I get when she.
Mm-mm.
We play
I don't hand
locals.
her packs.
We play
I don't trade
locals.
her packs.
We play locals together in
I
most
take
events.
what she gives me, and I stop complaining.
And this set in particular, there were multiple times where she went to grab both of our packs, and so she had the power to decide which packs were
I
her.
Hand her to the packs. I'm like, here. I bought 4 packs. Here's your 2. Open them up. She gets the shinies. I get trash.
I think every single pack she's handed me, I've pulled an epic out of.
To a point that, like, at the DCI, we traded packs, and there was people crowded around us watching because it was like one after the other of packs that she was opening that had epics in it.
And that one, I really wish that I had
If we
had someone filmed it, because Bri's reaction, I wouldn't have been able to post
it
it.
would not have been postable. There was great language in there.
There was not PG language used, but it was very funny.
It could have been a soundless, just a photo, and people would have understood.
Yeah. Well, I know we only have you for a few more minutes, so would you like to share where people can find you on social media? And I know I included some links in the show notes. I love that you're like,
Right there.
oh.
I was trying to do it, then my hand went backwards. I was like,
Yeah, so you can find me and my husband on Lorcana Duo in all platforms. So that includes X, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. We're mainly on Instagram, but we're trying to do long form content. It's a struggle.
It's hard. I like our live show purely because then I don't have to edit anything. We had all these ambitions about doing more long form, like recorded stuff, but it is hard. So I don't blame you.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes, especially with life like going through Windows and everything. But yeah, you can find us there. And yeah, thank you for having me on the show too. Like, I'm so happy to like be here and help, raise up like the girl community. Like, I want more players, and I want to see them top tables. It doesn't have to be like anything crazy, but I want to see everybody like just like having fun and like the main event or like side events, getting all their shinies. So I'm so glad to see more girls participating in a lot of these like DLCs or like CCQs. But yeah, no, I'm happy to be here, and I'm so happy you guys are doing like this kind of content, because it's like pretty cool, and like I love listening to it, and I especially love seeing different perspectives of the girls in the community, like especially the judge one. Like, that one was pretty cool because I knew I wanted to be a judge. I'm just waiting to pull the trigger when I'm not buying the main event ticket and just doing the judge stuff. But yeah, it was like super cool to hear.
You can just top 16.
Yeah. I want to do it all.
I love it. Yes, that's the right attitude.
I want to try it all and see where I kind of fit. Maybe some comps.
Well, once you judge your first event, you'll have to come back on and tell us about your experience so that we can share that with the community. Because to your point, we want to see more women in the community, and we want to showcase how like easy it is to get into and how welcoming the Lorcana community is. So would love to have you back.
Yeah, I would love to be back. And I'm sorry I couldn't stay for the full time. Had a family dinner planned, but
hey, family dinners are important. So we respect that, and we appreciate the time. So it was good hanging out with you, and hopefully we'll see you back soon.
Congratulations.
Yeah. See you guys soon.
Talk to you later.
Guys.
Hello from Disney World.
I know.
You should have gotten your Labubu last Thursday. So I hope it actually got there because I didn't track it before I went live.
Speaking of things from Disney World, Melissa was running the Run Disney races this past weekend.
I am so proud of anyone that can do that. Also, fun fact, my mother-in-law was there also doing that. Same race?
Yeah.
Same one.
Which also is impressive, because I don't think I will be running when I'm older in life. So I'm impressed.
Yeah, her, Katie, and Carl, like, that's the second one they've done this year.
Because they did the Disneyland one. Yeah.
Those
But
runs are insane.
Melissa got me new shoes because she was there, and then I didn't have to fight the crowds online today once they went online.
And you didn't have to send your parents to Disney World.
This is also true. I do send my parents to Disney World a lot to get me things. So yeah, we have another guest joining us shortly. But I guess until then, we'll chat a little bit about the DLC.
Courtney, what was the DLC like?
It was really fun. I missed you immensely. I had no one to do my hair. Bri does my hair before like every event, and it's basically a ritual.
I have a new braid that I want to try.
Yes.
I've been practicing on myself, and it doesn't look cute. I don't have enough hair for it.
So I missed you for that, but I also really loved seeing everybody. We completely understand technical challenges.
Yeah, so fun fact for anyone that got to watch 2 weeks ago, whenever Courtney was not there, and I got to attempt to do it by myself. My toddler took the camera and ran around with it in the bedroom at one point. Fun fact, he knows how to open doors sometimes. Not always, but that day,
occasionally.
That day he was able to get the door open. And then hence decided to unplug everything and take the camera, run around, and then take the microphone. And we had a lot of technical difficulties leading up to the show going live.
I was able to watch most of it though from the plane because Delta has like a deal with YouTube, so I could watch the show live on YouTube, and I was thoroughly impressed that it actually worked. There was like a little bit of lag time, but for the most part,
that's awesome.
I could watch and hang out and bother you in chat, which was fun.
See me going, the chat saying, Bri, it says your name is Courtney. Yep, I don't know how to fix it. She showed me. I don't remember. Delta, please sponsor her.
Honestly, yes, please. I would love that. What else about the DLC?
How'd you do? What did you play?
Oh, yeah, I can share that. That would be someone.
Hello. So sorry.
Oh, you don't have to apologize. When anyone does. So Willobeez and I met this weekend in person, and we learned how ADHD both of us are.
Yes, we really did.
My husband's behind here.
Oh.
My husband's name is Joey, and every time the bird pigeon Joey card, I'm like, Joey, honey, I got you.
Oh. Yeah, these are which Bri, nice to meet you, by the way. I'm Willow, but I know I got to meet Courtney. I didn't get to meet you. But just fun fact about the background, because I don't know that like everybody understands the lore. It's very niche. But like these are the 3 cards that I was fortunate enough on the Lore Chronicles to reveal. And so I needed like a background for the green screen so it wouldn't just be green. Because I didn't know how to just like mask out everything. And so I picked these 3 cards, and it's funny because really the joke is only funny to me, but every time I play an opponent and if they play like a Helga or a Treasure Guardian, my locals are sick of hearing it. I'll just go, oh my god, I know the girl who revealed that card. She's really, really cool. And like nobody knows that I revealed them because they're just like
that's my level of humor. I approve that humor.
I think you should get it printed on a playmat.
Yeah,
But
I think so too. Like this on a
This
playmat. Like,
is
well, the girl who revealed those cards is actually really awesome. And like they're always like, oh, that's cool, because they like don't know that it was me.
But here, I'll give you the link to their channel.
No, yeah, you should follow them right now.
Follow right.
So since you joined, would you like to like adequately introduce yourself?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Hello to the folks at home. Yeah, so my name is Willobeez online. I go by Willow. And I have a channel with Dick Burns of TFM. He's incredibly more famous than I am in the Lorcana community, so more people probably know that name than me. But yeah, we do something called the Lore Chronicles or Lore Chronicles. There's already an LC, which is Questing for Lore. Chris does Lorcana chat, so we will not call ourselves LC, but we are Lore Chronicles, and we just kind of, I think like the funny way to say it is that we do drama, but I don't think that's actually true. I think that like when there are scandals. I must have said something that I wasn't supposed to say. My media manager is like, stop, when you guys both laugh at the same time. But no, I don't actually think we just do drama. I think what we do is like, really it's me because I do all of the editing. Dick just kind of shows up and does the topic with me.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll just be like, hey, this thing happened and it was pretty juicy, so we should get to the bottom of it. And so I'll make these like insane titles. Like I think our most recent title was like foils are banned in Lorcana ... sort of.
Okay, but I watched that video today and I thought it was really good because
Thank you.
You know, one of the things about your channel that I really like is you have Dick, who is super experienced in TCGs and has played who knows how many TCGs, and you are this is your first.
Yeah.
I was like, this is our first as well, so that's something. Amazing. We love that perspective of sharing like new versus old experience. And in the episode that you posted today, I thought that really captures it super well because my brain works the same as yours. I'm like, how do you pick a foil out of a 60 card deck? I do not know how you do that. I am amazed that anyone can do that. And
it amazes me because like there's a guy, Jeremy, he runs the Card Haven. It's a store over by us. And he will legit take a deck if someone's playing 4 of an Enchanted or a certain foil. He'll be like, okay, what card do you want me to pull?
Wow.
And you can just list it off and he'll be like, okay. He'll shuffle the deck, have someone else shuffle the deck. He'll flip through it and he'll like pop. And he can throw the exact card down.
Yeah, that is like such a foreign concept to me.
Yep.
But I didn't believe him, and he did it to prove me that he could do it. Because I was like, you're lying. I was like, this is the world's best con. Like, well, like, really, here, pop. Because I had like one card in my deck that was foil, and the other ones weren't. Because I was like, that's all I had. I couldn't find it. And he was like, oh, I bet I can find your foil every single time. I was like, you can't.
That's impressive. That's like a party trick for card gamers. Actually, I would be like, guys, you got to meet this guy. He can do this thing.
He can do this really cool trick.
Tell him the foil you have in your deck.
Like, oh gosh.
No, but I do appreciate you saying that. Yeah. So, but like that's a good example because obviously, like the point of that title, of course, is to get people interested in watching it. But then when we actually do, the video, we try to have very fair and balanced takes. We're not afraid to criticize Ravensburger, but we also are never ones to be like pitchforks, and like, massively, harassing them. We're always like, look, yeah, of course. And I think so, like, I think people kind of joke about us being like a drama channel, but I think in actuality, because of that perspective, not only from Dick having the card game experience and then me being like, well, okay, you guys are saying don't play with foils, but someone like me would never even think about that. It kind of helps more of the community feel represented. And then also just like a little part of it is Dick owns a store now and used to own a store. So I think that helps because then he kind of gives us insight. Obviously, he can't speak for Ravensburger, but just understanding card distribution kind of helps from that as well. So I think that's kind of like our shtick and what we do.
It's a good shtick, and I would recommend if anyone watching hasn't followed, to give you guys a follow because I enjoy it, and I'm not picky about the content I watch, but I'm kind of picky about the content I watch.
Absolutely, which is your right, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like I have my personal account. I'm like the ones I actually follow on my personal account. And then I have another account where I'm like, I just follow everybody.
That's so real. That's so real. Yeah. It's funnily enough, the actual YouTube channel for Lore Chronicles, it does not have premium, but on my personal, I have premium because I have an older brother who has a family plan and he pays for it. So like I get to, yeah, exactly. I want to pay for this, but if somebody else will pay for it. So my older brother responsibility, he pays for that. And I get to watch like content like ad free on there and just sub to the ones I watch regularly. But yeah.
I like to think of it as an aunt perk because they have 3 kids. If their kids want to come over and watch YouTube, they're used to premium. They have to. I have to stick with their lifestyle.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, we had you on so we could talk about our experience at the DLC this weekend. So how did you do this weekend at the DLC?
Yeah, so I did play in the main event because I know some people opted to just do attendee this time. For me, I secured my Mulan promo, so I got those 3 wins. I was happy about that because I was actually surprised this time. I've gone to other DLCs. I don't know which ones you guys have gone to like last season. I was surprised that they required a certain amount of wins. Like I understood, not wanting people to maybe drop after round 3 like we saw previously. But I feel like there was plenty of people that I talked to that like, didn't get an attendee badge, but are more of like, that's their vibe was to like have fun. And so when they weren't able to get their wins, that was a little disappointing. But anyway, sorry to answer your question.
That was exactly, yeah, I think you bring up a really great point. So I also secured my Mulan promo. That was like my big goal of the weekend.
Yeah, congratulations.
My bigger one was today too, which I didn't get this time, but I feel like next time.
Yeah, of course.
We're getting there. But I think to your point, I was interested in how they did the prize distribution. To your point, more casual players, it was a struggle to get those 3 wins, which I mean, it was a struggle to get 3 wins for competitive players.
It really was.
If you don't pair into the right matchups, I mean, I feel like a lot of people in TCGs think about the skill side, but there's also a lot of luck.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If your pairings are good and your matchups are in your favor, it's easier to get those 3 wins. If they're not, it's not so easy and it's an uphill battle. So I think the 3-win cutoff is an interesting piece. And then day 2 was another adventure, I would say. So the pricing for day 2, for anyone who didn't attend, was 10,000 tickets if you made day 2. And then you needed to make top 32 to earn the Simba promo.
I believe the Simba promo was top 64, but
thank you.
Yeah, but unlike the Let It Go, which was anything that tied with that same record. So in this case, I believe like 9-3 would be, 9 wins, 3 losses would be the absolute 64th person. Mm-hmm. There was going to be a bunch of, like, let's say at least 100 people who also had a record of 9-3, if not more, really. And none of them got the promo, whereas last time everybody with that record got it.
Which, I talked to a lot of players. I think, Dick was one of those players who he was on the bubble and didn't, made day 2, didn't make it to top, 64 and didn't get a promo and only got those 10,000 tickets, but also kind of missed out on being able to do other side events based on how the rounds, how far.
There's only so much time in a day.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
we wouldn't know it because we were technically the finals were going until midnight, but that's a whole other thing. The tickets are first.
I'm tired, Grandpa. Let me go home.
Yeah.
So I think from the weekend, that would have been like my only criticism. I think between the prize wall being rough to get things from.
Yeah. And to say the least.
Sort of like how side events were scheduled, as well as the 45-minute roughly line you had to wait in to be able to pack rush, and then wait in another line to actually sit down at a table to pack rush. I think that did not feel good.
Yeah.
And that would be like my one criticism of the weekend. But for the most part, there were a few times that the play hub crashed, but not totally. It struggled to load.
You mean a whole round didn't get deleted this time?
No.
Yeah, that was amazingly.
So, I think they were understaffed was one big problem of the weekend. And then outside of that, I thought things moved relatively smooth. I went to we went to the same ones last year, right? We went to Chicago. You went to one more than me.
Chicago, Fort Worth, Vegas.
I didn't do Vegas, and then we did the last chance qualifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
So by the time we were at, you for Vegas, I felt like pretty smooth, well-oiled machine. You could get play sets if you did the main event and did like a side event or two of some of the promos on the prize wall. This time it was rough. It was rough out there.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think overall, credit where credit is due. Like, people were kind of worried about just how this would go, right? Like a new, tournament organizer in past times. We've never, as players, worked with them before. We're used to how PPG kind of does things. And similarly, we were throwing this play hub that had some concerns, I think validly, leading up to this event. And while I think the good thing is nothing crashed and burned. And I think overall it was a successful event. I do think that for the next one, there's definitely things that can be improved upon. And I really think the prizes and the prize wall in general is the biggest one, because
that's your incentive for most players to go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because when I think about it, someone who is going purely from a competitive standpoint, trying to make, top 16, trying to get their continental invite.
Yeah.
They don't really care about they care about prizing, but their
goal is to do well, to make it to Nats, to make it to Worlds.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
The prizing that comes along with that is more so their incentive versus,
then
I would say 80, maybe even 90% of the rest of the people there are looking to, do well and do side events and collect things from the prize wall because they're likely collectors, or set a goal to be able to earn, a play mat, enough tickets from a play mat, something along the lines of that. And I think to your point, that for me was the one thing I think they can improve upon.
Yeah, absolutely. I think something that I think it's a bigger thing than they might have realized. I think that it's possible. I don't know. But the way that they made these prizes, I would say, I guess, more unobtainable, right? Because they were more expensive, I think, definitely compared to last year, or last season. I don't really understand why that was, though, because I think, like you said, while sure, 90% of us, it would be nice to do well, but ultimately we still want to, get promos at the end of the day. We're not grinding necessarily purely for the Nats invite. We can't all be Frank Carson, right? Yeah. So I'm going to play my heart out, but I know that I'm not Frank Carson, right?
Earthquake.
I believed you for a second. I was like, oh my God, is there an earthquake?
No, not in Texas. No earthquakes in Texas.
Right. Neither in Florida. So that's why I was like, oh my God, this is happening. No, but really, because I think part of it was and I was speaking to Dick about it too. In a way, it's almost like players that did kind of play out to day 2 but didn't make it got punished for continuing to play, right? Because if you are number 88, right, and you do have a 9-3 record, which ties for that promo, but you don't get it this time, you're only getting 10,000 tickets, which I understand sounds like a lot because people are like, well, it's 10,000, but you don't understand the prices of the prize wall. The Elsa was 7,000 tickets. So you can get one promo, one pin, and that's it, versus people who are getting play sets of Rapunzel's last time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially because they're non-foil. So it's not super expensive to print just more of the cards.
Absolutely. Even if they were foil, it really is not running their pockets that dry,
Yeah.
It's okay.
And also these events they're not cheap.
No.
No.
People are traveling from all over to go to the 3 DLCs that you have in North America right now.
Yeah.
Excluding CCQs. You should make it worth people wanting to go and do those things.
Yeah.
For the mass majority.
And notably, the DLCs this time around are more expensive than they were before.
Yes.
Which feels sure, maybe technically there's more promos now, but it feels like less product in the sense that you just can't obtain it all, you know?
Right. And I think the way I compared it was, I think so at Chicago, I was able to get 2 Rapunzel promos and 2 Cinderella promos. That's what I was able to get with the tickets that I got from the main event and a few side events, which truthfully, like, and that felt good.
And that wasn't even you just like grinding outside of it. That was you. I'm just going to do a couple of them and like, I want to get as much as I can, but without like killing yourself.
Yeah. And then, you know, for Fort Worth, I was able to get my other 4 cards. So I was able to have play sets of each. Nice. Actually, I should rephrase that. I was able to get 2 more Rapunzels and only 1 Cindy because I did something else with the tickets. I don't remember. I think I helped people.
Nice.
So we had several friends that were gunning for those Cindy playmats.
It is
right. Fair enough.
That was our Fort Worth adventure. Was we were grinding outside events for John.
Yes. Not getting my 4th Cindy haunts me to this day, mainly because I want to play 4 sometimes. And
yeah. Thank God she's rotated out. Otherwise, you'd be needing her a lot more. It would hurt.
This is very true. I like shiny cards.
I say catch Courtney in Infinity just to play the shiny cards that she has that she can't play.
Yeah, that's very fair. So yeah, I think that's probably like would be my biggest critique.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's fair because like I just think it's important for these like the competitive players, so to speak, are so represented at these events in terms of the main event getting the stream and like the hype, and that's why everybody's there. So I really think like it's not us like for Ravensburger who's listening right now. It's not of course. It's not us like nitpicking and you know picking the only negative thing, but I think that's like a real thing. Like take us out of it. That's like a real way to make even just like your attendees happy who are such a big part of Lorcana, or just like the quote unquote casual players or social players, I believe is the word they're going with on the Lorecast now. Like that is a pillar of this community. And so like it shouldn't be, okay, well, sure, I'm going to play in the main event, but only until I get my 3 wins and then drop. And there's no reason for me to do day 2 unless I feel like Frank Carson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you have all of these people wanting to sign up for these events, and it's successful and you're able to sell out your tickets for all these events very quickly because it was worth going if you could go, and you can go and you're getting the experience of being with your friends and meeting all these people and doing these things, but also the things you get to take home with you do impact your experience. Whether it sounds materialistic, it is, but I'm going to be a lot happier if I leave somewhere with a bag full of stuff.
Yeah. Even if the stuff isn't valuable.
Thanks for the whole weekend of my time being spent here.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I kept joking throughout the weekend that I wanted to purchase a fast pass for any of the lines. I was like, if this is a true Disney experience, where is my ability to fast pass some of these lines?
I'm refreshing the app and it's not popping up. Like, there's no way they're sold out.
Yeah. But like, kind of to that point, I think, you know, for some of the like the hiccup points, like the pricing, the lines that you had to wait in to pack rush or do pods for the on-demand events, or pick up tickets. Some of that I think gets overlooked if you feel like you're getting rewarded for it. And I think
I totally agree.
Waiting in this line because I know I'm going to get something.
100%.
And I think that is why people are focusing on some of those things over, you know, more hyping up like the positives of the event, which, you know, truthfully, I do think there were a lot of positives from the event.
Yeah, I think you're so right. I think it's just one of those things, right? Because, you know, the things that we have to praise them on are like, hey, PlayHub didn't fail that bad, right? Like it sounds bad when you say it that way, but it's because like your like app should run correctly. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I hate it because I feel like I sound so negative sometimes, but I'm genuinely just trying to be like objective about the situation. And I think you guys are so right. Like, sure, the line was wrapping around the venue, you know what I mean? To cash in your tickets to go to that prize wall. But that would be fine because I think it was like, maybe it was in Vegas or Seattle for me, but it was the same thing, right? Like I was waiting in this super long line, but when I came off of that line, I had my like shirt, which they stopped making, by the way, that was not on the prize wall. So I now have like a collector's item, the Disney Lorcana Challenge shirt.
Yeah, now
when I stood in the line for 30, 45 minutes to get this pin, which don't get me wrong, this pin is gorgeous.
But it's the only thing you can afford because everything's so expensive. Yeah, no, so I think you're right. Like walking away with, and Rapunzel was like a coveted card. You know, she was so good. They picked these cards that like maybe Pegasus I think is fine. It'll be playable, but it's not like revolutionary. You know?
Yeah.
Like
it is really cute. That was,
like, we pulled the Enchanted the wall. You know what I mean? Like it was like, well, I wish this was anything else. So yeah, I think that's why I think you're totally right. I think that's why some of that quote unquote negative gets overshadowed because it's like, hey, your event ran fine. That's how it should have run. So the prizing and all of this stuff, you know, we didn't even get a promo for check-in. Like that sucks. I get it. Like, you know, I don't know why they chose not to do it, but it does suck, you know?
Yeah. And
it's like, they just gave out promos like they did for like, you get the promos, league promos. That's the word I was looking for. Sorry with an L.
I totally agree.
Well, it's like just a league promo. Like for going
honestly, anything would have been
anything. Yeah, because then you get to be like, look, you know, they could have had the same exact promo, like league promos, but put a different number on it, and people would have been like, it's an exclusive. You know what I mean? Like it's so easy.
This has a DLC at the bottom of it.
Right. It's so easy to make us happy, and so I think because of that, like because we're not asking for much, when that's not met, that's what kind of makes it feel like, man, like I did have so much fun hanging out with my friends and I did have so much fun playing, but like Ravensburger didn't do that. Pastimes didn't create that experience. That's just like the nature of going to a con. You know what I mean? Like I could buy a building and say, hey, Lorcana players come in here, and it would be the same thing. It's like, what are they uniquely offering to us? And so that would be my advice for them moving forward is like, let's get the promo on check-in and not let people take 20 notepads so there's none for the rest of the line that say Lorcana on them.
Are you serious? Did they run out?
Yeah, I didn't get one. Yeah. And I got there at like 5. So.
Okay, well, I did take 2 or 3. So I might have been part of the problem.
No, people were selling them online. I think that's like different when people are grabbing like handfuls to sell them versus like
people do that because they'll be like, oh, this is exclusive and I'm going to take it and sell it even though I just got it for free.
Yeah.
Right.
I know like there was even some of the DLCs last year where I grabbed a couple extra pads, but one of them was being used as a coloring book. So, therefore it was getting used.
Of course. Of course.
Well, I have now noted that I'm pretty sure I'm going to PPG Orlando, so I will be bringing that down for you. So
thank you.
You can have your own Lorcana because
too kind.
I don't know why, but I love those notepads. Like I think they're
so cool.
I feel very cool with my official one.
They're so cool.
Like even one of our local game stores created like a Lorcana like lore tracker.
Yeah.
And the guy I was talking about with Party Trick, it was him. He also plays Lorcana, so that's also why they do silly stuff like that. Because he's like, he had it for set champs. He's all excited to go and give it out to people that didn't have anything to write on. And I had something to write on, and he like went to walk by me and passed it. I literally took it and I threw it across. I was like, I don't have anything. He's like, of course you don't breathe.
No, but really, like, do you see how like excited people got over just a couple of notepads? Like, it's the first DLC. You didn't have enough notepads for the first DLC. Like, are we gonna have to do another print run? Are they not gonna be at the next couple? You know what I mean? Like, it's the little stuff like that. I'm sorry, maybe I'm being too harsh, but it's like
no. That's what I did last year. In Chicago, they had so many extra.
Exactly.
And they were handing me like
exactly
to the child.
But then in
Fort Worth,
they had none
at all.
Like, why am I stressing? Because I did get one from the previous DLC and I have like one left, right? That I like finally started using because I was like, I don't ever want to run out of it. And then I'm like, oh, they brought more. Like, I shouldn't have to be worried that like I'm going to run out of the DLC Lorcana notepad. That those should be just like, look, we didn't give you a promo, but you can literally take 20 of these. You know what I mean? Like anything. I don't know. So hopefully for the next one, you know, they kind of hear, okay, maybe the prize wall was a little expensive, you know?
And to that point, I kind of felt like we took a step back from neither of us were at Atlanta, but had friends that went to Atlanta, and I felt like we kind of took a step back. I don't think it was as far back as how it was at Atlanta, because I think there were arguably like
You can
functional criticism that you can say about
Yeah.
like their side
I was
of
there.
it
I remember.
because you couldn't even get up to the line type situation. But I think to that point, it did feel like we had gotten to a pretty good point, and now we sort of took a few steps backwards, and now we have to hopefully course correct for Richmond. And I think it just feels a little bad because there's only 3 US.
Yeah, there's less time to kind of get it right.
Yeah, it's like RB has their vision of how they want it to run. And then PPG was doing it last year. So they were like, okay, this is what they want, but this is what we can make work.
Yeah.
And with a new person, they're back to just the same.
Figuring out. Absolutely.
This is our vision.
Yeah.
This is what we want.
Yeah. And a lot of conflict that, like, you know, obviously nobody knows. They're not making announcements of whose decision is what, but just like we're kind of hearing different things. Some people are like, oh, it was Pastime's decision to not do the promo. Other people are like, no, Ravensburger didn't give us any. And it's like, you know, either way, like you said, it costs 5 cents to like to promo. But I think the reason why the feedback is important is not to kind of like, you know, be mean to the event overall, but so that way they can understand that they put people like me, or it sounds like people like Courtney, in a position where I do enjoy competitive play, and so I want to play in the main event. But to be honest, for the next events, I'm kind of thinking attendee badge is just the way to go. You know what I mean? Because I'm not at Frank Carson's level, and yes, it's fun to push myself, but for me, it seems there's more estimated value in terms of not even about selling my promos. I keep them in a binder, but just for me feeling good walking out of that is feeling like I did attendee badges so that way I could play more games of Lorcana and get more prizes out of it. So I think that's why it's important for them to kind of consider changes to the prize wall right now, because now more people are going to want to not play the main event. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think that's a great point. So my next question is, you know, based on all of the things that we just talked about and our experience, are we trying to buy tickets in 2 weeks for Richmond?
Yeah, that's a good question. No, it's a good question because I think ultimately we can talk all day about what can be improved, but it's important for people who like weren't able to get a ticket because it was difficult to the first one to know, right? Is this worth your money? And I do truly believe, yes, it is. And I will 100% be, you know, trying to go to Richmond. I think the community aspect alone, getting to meet people, sitting across from people in person, for me personally, something that was important to me was like just the amount of women in the room. Was like really cool to see. Like, and like many of my opponents were women. And there's just like, that's so great to see this game like touching an audience that is so new to this, and like it is such a male dominated space, and like a lot of people were like, this is my first DLC. Like it wasn't all just like the kind of card game player stereotype where everybody smells bad and is sweaty. It was really like the community aspect, I think, in and of itself was worth it. And like we said, overall, you know, outside of like the prizing, so we could feel a little better, it was really a great event. I really believe that.
Yeah, and I would agree with you. I absolutely will be trying to get a badge, whether it is, literally like
some sort of badge to get through the door,
to be there, because I also love the community aspect. I loved being there. I loved getting to play, and that like connection piece, because I think that is the cool thing about this community. You know, TCGs, yeah, they all have like their own community. And I think, you know, some people would argue other TCGs also have like, not for women, but welcoming community.
Sure.
I'll throw the shade. But I do think for Lorcana in particular, it is a really welcoming community for everybody. And this DLC felt very lucky, like did not encounter any, you know, negative rounds where my opponents were unkind, or, you know, rule sharky or anything along those lines. It truly felt like a very positive event. And I know not everyone in the room is always going to be nice. It's impossible anywhere you go. But I do really think that like the Lorcana community does have something special.
Yeah, and I think that shows when like a lot of the people that I've been able to meet through Dick have been playing card games for like 10 years, or even just like the content creators that you see online talking about it who have come from other games. They always say like not in Lorcana. Lorcana is not like those other spaces. You know what I mean? And those other communities, I'll say it, Yu-Gi-Oh, have made a name for themselves. I don't even know what that means. I've never played Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know a Yu-Gi-Oh player, but way people talk about them, what I mean?
I was at a store and they had a huge Yu-Gi-Oh tournament going on, and I was just going in to grab something like really quick. I was like not planning on being in there long. Joey and the kid were in the car. I'm like, I'm just gonna go in real quick, grab it, come back out. And I was in the store for all of maybe 5 minutes, and I was like, yep, not gonna pick up Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right.
That over there.
So it's a known thing, you know what I mean? Like it's just the way it is sometimes. And so I think in Lorcana we do have something special, and that's been acknowledged from like new and like veteran players alike. So I agree. We got to try to preserve that.
And the one thing that I would also share with, any woman who is thinking about going to an event, if you want to go to an event and not have to wait in a line for a bathroom, it's great.
It is.
Honestly, I laughed. The first time I went to go to the bathroom, there was this long line out of the guy's bathroom. I'm like, haha, suckers, now you feel my pain.
It's the only place we get to enjoy that, really. It's card game conventions.
I didn't realize I said it out loud, but we were in, was it California?
I think it was.
And I was like coming out of the bathroom, and like the men's like had this long line. I was like, Uno reverse. I was like, oh, I said that out loud.
My inside thoughts came outside. But yeah, so it really is a fun event, and I definitely, if you can try to get tickets, if you can try to get to the event, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I agree. And I honestly, I would just recommend, even if you are a competitive player, it kind of sucks to say out loud, but I do think realistically, attendee is the way to go. Like, this is what I'm learning. Until they make changes to the prize wall, I do think it is ultimately the way to go.
That's fair. I think I'm going to still try for a competitor badge this time, but that's purely because on my own personal competitive journey, I would really like the day 2. And like, that's sort of like the next milestone I'm trying to hit. But I agree. I think the value is in the attendee badge.
The value is in the attendee badge. The stubbornness and I'm going to do well, I don't care, is competitive badge.
That's valid. That's valid.
But I think that's the purely competitive nature of being like, no, I want to beat you.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that's like, it's valid too, because I think it's also just like more information for like your viewers to understand what's going to best fit their style. You know what I mean? So like for us, yeah, we'll probably be like, dang it, I'm still going to buy the stupid competitive badge, even though like, but there's going to be people who want to buy attendee. No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just like, also, if I have the child with me and I know like we're all going, one of us is going to have to just get an attendee badge, because it's just, we have a small child we're chasing around, and the likely, like, he might sit and be good eating his food for a couple of rounds, but if I'm not going to get great value out of it and he's just going to be stuck sitting there and he's miserable, I'm not having great success, then it's not going to be worth it for me.
Yeah. And that's a really good point. We, before the DLCs, and like, I feel like around Mother's Day as well, we've posted a lot about Bri's initial journey in the first season of DLCs, because Deckard was
born January of 2024.
So for Chicago, he was about 6 months.
6 months old. Yeah.
And Bri competed with Deckard next to the table the entire day.
They set me up at my own table, and just didn't. If people got paired at the table next to me, like for whatever reason, they just moved them.
Yeah.
They're like, no, she needs space.
Wow. That's amazing though. Shout out to you. That's really cool that you did that.
Yeah. PPG was awesome. They for sure like we had a whole setup. They put us right next to the food, which was also close to bathrooms. And then we had our own table. And then so I literally just posted up in a corner and set up like literally a whole like nap station for him. I was like,
wow.
He is here.
Yeah, awesome. That was something that we shared before the DLCs to any parents going. know that they could request a stationary spot if they needed, to be at an end cap and have their kid with them as well. It's totally doable. But to your point now, Deckard
he's going to be
almost 2, so
and-
it's a little bit harder to try to keep him entertained at the edge of a table versus 6 months.
Yeah.
He's no longer at the age of I can give him a bottle and he's going to pass out for at least an hour.
Yeah.
He's asking, Mom, I want a snack. No, I don't want that snack. I want a different snack.
Right.
Oh, gosh. Or, I want to play the cards. Give me the cards. I want to slam.
Oh, yeah.
We did teach him that, and I'm very proud of that.
He's very good at slamming cameras to a point where we can't go to Target now. We have to avoid the card aisle because if he sees Lorcana cards specifically, Mama, Mama, want that, mine.
Oh, wow. You taught him young.
Listen, he will never have a drug problem. He won't be able to do it.
Just cards, just gambling. That's really cool though. I love when it's like, that's what I love about Lorcana too, is that it's just like for the whole family, and it's like actually for the whole family though. I mean, I don't know if you guys spoke about this earlier. I'm sure you focused on Monica, which shout out, amazing. I saw that you guys had her on. But like Aiden being 10 and doing that, like it just speaks to like how much this game is for everybody,
So we were joking when we were standing there during his top 8 match. We were asking his parents what they feed them. Because his brother also went 6-1 in the Infinity Tournament, which
God.
is insane.
Do their parents play? Do we know?
Yes, they do. So
okay.
I chatted with them a bit, and they what happened was essentially they like got into board games during the pandemic, and when Lorcana came out, they had a family vote on if they were going to like get into Lorcana, and they all voted to start trying it out. They've turned their dining room into like a Lorcana game table.
Oh my gosh, wow.
And they all play.
That's so amazing. I'm so jealous.
Right? Your future.
Yeah.
My future.
Coming soon.
Magic's too expensive.
Yeah.
Well, Magic's too expensive the way your husband plays Magic.
Which is how he would teach my son how to play, so we can't afford it.
Yes, this is true. I mean, if you play as like my husband, who just wants to play goblins, that's totally fine. I think the most expensive card Cameron plays in a deck is like $2. He'll probably correct me later that it's more than that, but nonetheless, it's not bad. I'm the expensive card addiction.
Yeah, not everyone's my husband playing Legacy with all original cards.
Wow.
It's painful.
Yeah, I thought of getting into more card games. I was never gonna let go of Lorcana. I love it. It's a first love. But I was like, oh, maybe I will try like Pokemon and Magic and all these things that I've been missing out on. Like a TCG is a TCG, right? And then I can't spend on 2 games at once. I already spend so much on Lorcana.
Yes, I feel that.
Until we get a sponsorship, this is a cool hobby.
Yeah.
This is reading, and that's even turned into primarily what books can I get from the library and then I just create a wish list of ones that I want to buy. That's where I read. I'm like, oh, I actually really like this. I would like to read it again.
Well, we are a little over
Yes.
our
So
hour.
sorry.
Oh, no.
This
You
is
never.
a regular occurrence.
It's more that we try to keep it an hour for everybody's sanity.
Yeah.
We go off the rails after about an hour, and everybody's only has an attention. Our own attention span's only so long, so that's why I try to.
The
corral
topics
us.
will shift off of Lorcana, as I just did. So that's really the first flag of wait,
we've been going too long. Well, I had to keep turning Courtney away and being like, wait, sorry, you were leaving. Walk away.
Yeah, go back to what you were doing. Yeah, we were having a conversation and we kept talking, and she's like, wait, you were going to leave and go do something. Go do that.
I didn't even know what it was. I could just tell because she was like, okay, well, I'm going to, and then we would start talking again. So I totally get it.
So I have a couple questions that we asked Monica the same, but is there a card you're really excited for from Whispers
I make this face because I haven't even looked at them because I've been so focused. But I think the Headless Horseman card looks cool, like the Enchanted.
That's a legit statement, because we were talking also that like I was looking through the app, which I don't think I can admit I don't think I've ever done, just like to look through cards, because
she regularly would make fun of me because I'm like, I'm gonna use the app.
Fair enough. I don't use the app either.
It's very slow. Now it's not a little better.
But like I was genuinely like flipping through card by card because I was like, I missed all of the real reveals this season, so I need to go through and like remind myself what is happening.
The season was shorter, I heard, which I guess makes sense because majority of reprints. But like my brain just wasn't there yet. So, but I think it's coming at a good time. I think we're all done with set 9 and ready for the next thing. So
exactly, agreed. So I'm excited to see what you cook up, and hopefully, you're welcome. An open invitation to you for any future episode.
If you ever feel like just popping in, just even if we're already live, you just want to just like, hey,
hey guys.
I have some thoughts.
I have some thoughts on this topic.
We link you in.
I will. This was so fun. Thank you so much for having me. Genuinely, sorry it took me so long. We talked about the ADHD of it all. So I was like, you might have to text me again and remind me.
Nope, it's good. It's totally good. That's what I tell everybody. Like, when I find someone that I'm like, oh, I think it would be fun to have you on, I'll message you like immediately. But it's not a you need to be on the show this week. This is an open invitation, because truly, like,
send it so I don't forget to send it and think, why haven't I ever had them on the show? Like, oh, it's because I didn't actually hit send them a message, which is why I don't send those messages.
But like we said, it was cool seeing so many women play, and the main goal of our platform is to make sure that, any of those women who feel like they want or have something to say about the Lorcana community have that space, because I think there are a lot of amazing content creators, and it's fun to have sort of a meta report and like a Lorcana news update from women with other women talking about their journeys in the game. So I know we briefly touched on, your journey. So we touched a little bit more on DLC this time, but if you want to come back for another episode and dive in a little bit more on how you got into Lorcana, we'd love to have it and love to hear all about it.
Thank you. Yeah, I will definitely plan to come back. And I just want to say thank you all for this space and what you do, because I think it's just so important. And I think it's important for people to see women like talking about the meta, and that like I love the way women engage with their media, because you can have like really fun girly pop outfits, like Enchanted Kim slays, right? Like her hair, her outfits, like the Lorcana bounding of it all. But then she can also go and like win a set champ and like create this really unique princess deck that's uniquely hers and plays well. And it's not just like, we're all multifaceted, we're all multidimensional. And so I think this space is so important, because sometimes it is just like fun girly pop Lorcana, and sometimes it is like, and we're going to talk about the meta, so thank you guys for this space.
We always describe it as like a sleepover.
Yes.
Like girl talk and a sleepover, but we're also going to hit the hard topics and hit the meta and talk about all the important stuff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you guys are killing it. This was so fun. I thank you guys so much.
Are there any events that you will be at soon? Any large events that people would be able to see you at?
That's a great question. I'm going to be at PPG Orlando. I'm an Orlando native, so I'll be there. Potentially CCS. I don't know how close it is. And outside of that, I'm going to be hoping for Richmond. I already bought a flight because I had points, so really manifesting that one. So hopefully
I'm the same. I also manifested it by buying a flight with points, and I'm like, you're hoping.
I'll see you guys there one way or another. Maybe I'll be outside sitting on the curb, but I will be there.
Okay, so did somebody not pick up their attendee badge? Can I just have that one?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Well, where can people find you? I know you mentioned your show, but if you want to give your shout out.
My biggest ones, I really got to get on Instagram. I'm not there yet, but my biggest ones are YouTube. I think it's like youtube.com/ at Lore Chronicles podcast, and then just Twitter At Willobeez, WILLOBEZ. I've had or EEZ. I've had people tag me with like the W after the O, and it's like, guys, that's not me. I don't know who that
I don't know
is.
who that
Leave
is,
that
but
person
it's
alone.
a treat.
So,
Well,
yeah, I'm
we'll
on
also
Twitter.
include those in our show notes, and everybody definitely go out and watch and like and follow. And then also, if you haven't liked and followed Enchanted Chatter on all social media, please go out because we're fighting the good fight. I should be better about posting things, but we're getting there. And every Wednesday, except a few here and there, you will find us right here. So we appreciate everybody hanging out tonight, and we'll see you next week.